Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. As you can see, in this particular video we used to drop daily updates on boom and crash index and step index. As you can see, we have our not reprint indicator on the charts. You can see this is our not reprint indicator, our arrow indicator that appear here, and we have another indicator on the chart which show the trend of the market. We have the higher high and the lower low. So as we can see here, we have our last major high at this particular level. We have our last major low at this particular level. So it helps us to understand the trend of the market. And for you to make the combination of this indicator, you have to understand how it works. So this is the last major, which means when the trade reach this particular level, it reverts back to the what? To the last major low. And that is what you are seeing here. So for us to take this particular trade is very simple. Once you have your confirmation on your lower major low, which is happen to be, you will see this indicator appear here. Once it appear here, then you should know that your move is going to our last major high if there's going to be a retrace in the market. But now that is why we have the null reprint in the market, and that is why we have this our indicator. After we confirm this trend that we have reached our low, our last major low, then we are going to wait for this our arrow, which is our uptrend arrow, to appear. Then this particular arrow uptrend is what we are going to take, which is our not reprint arrow indicator. This is the trend that we are going to take, and you can see now currently now we have the confirmation here, and we can see that we have our trade moving on the uptrend move at this particular time. So this particular spot will be your what? Your entry level. So you don't need to, you only need this to confirm. So let's check. You can see we have a confirmation here, and we have our last major high at this particular zone. We have our last major high, and the next arrow that you should take on our not reprint indicator is going to be the red arrow for downtrend. You can see how massive it is. This is step index on 1 minute time frames. You can also use this same strategy on 5 minute time frames. So we see now we have our last major low at this particular area. So after your last major appear, and you can see the price retracing back, so the next arrow you should be looking for is a what? Is a uptrend move. Is an uptrend move. You can see this is the first confirmation for us, and this is the second confirmation before it reach our last major high. So let me go back so that I will show you guys. You can see this is another entry here. We have our last major this thing here before the price have moved, before the indicator there disappear. So our major goal is to take this particular red arrow candle. You can see how massive it is. So once we see another one, so let me see. Yes, we have another one here. That is why I mark all those particular spots. So once we see our arrow indicator here, and it appears to be our last major low, then you should look for what? An entry for buy opportunity. So we can see that yes, we have another one here. You can see this one still appear at this particular area. You can see it still appear. So what you should be looking for should be your what? Your downtrend arrow, which is the red not reprint. You can see this is the first confirmation. The market will trace back, and you have another massive one here. So that is how this indicator works. All what you need to do is to understand how it works, and you are going to be making a lot of profit with this. You see, this is the first confirmation. Then you wait. You can see that it appear on our last major low, and the next thing that you will wait for is our trend lead, is our not reprint arrow indicator for buy zone. You can see this is a buy zone. So and we have another opportunity here until we reach our not our what our the opposite side of what? Of last major high. So sometimes it might move this particular trade, not reprint it on this level and keep it pull it down, but you should wait for this particular arrow to have your what? Your full profit on this particular trend. And you can see that's exactly what is happening here. You can see. So for us to enter this trend, after we confirmed our last major high here, then we wait patiently until we have this particular arrow appear on our chart. So that is where we are going to be taking down the move on a massive trend. And also we have our last major here. So now we have to wait for this particular level to what you can see. This is an entry for us, and we can see what the market is going to do. It's going to continue to pull up until we have our full profit, and you can close at any time once you have your massive profit. Thanks, guys. So if you need this indicator, all what you need to do is to join our Telegram group, and you are going to get access to this indicator. This indicator is not for free. It is not for free. And also you can also join our group for free signal. We have a lot of free signal that we use to drop on our group, so for very best and accurate. So you can join my Telegram group and reach out to me, and I will respond to you guys. Thanks.